All right. What's going on, everybody? Thank you once again for tuning in to Street Therapy KC with your man Chris in studio. It's been a little while, man. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your prayers and everything else. So without further ado, we got a power pack show for about half an hour. Gonna hit and quit. I got my man sitting to the left of me. You've seen him before, but it's been a long time coming. For those who are not don't know who he is, he's my son Lathan. And Lyne't Buckley, he's here in studio with me. Some time ago he was here. We were talking just about school. But this time we're going to talk about school with a twist. So we got school, but we also got a lot of things going on. But without further ado, I want to have him jump in here and introduce himself to those who don't know him. Not only that, so he can tell y'all what's going on. So Lyne't, what's happening?
How's it going, everybody? Like my dad said, my name is Lyne't Buckley. I'm from Columbia, Missouri. That's where I live right now. Just today's show is going to be talking about school with a twist. Kind of perspective change since last time I've been here on the show. Kind of update and hopefully inspire some people. And let's get after it.
Absolutely. So last time we were talking about just your transition in school and how the difference from different schools that you've gone to. But now you're at MU, and not only are you at MU, but you're actually, man, you're setting some trends. You're setting some trends. Yeah. You're breaking some records, and you're kind of shaking up things, man. What's going on?
Man, me and one of my best friends, Jaron McKeithen, we just had a vision, and the vision was to be something different and to attract like-minded people together. So we started One of One Club. It's kind of more of like a social group. We do like private events, big events as well. So One of One Club is basically just trying to connect everybody that's like-minded, whether you're an artist, a music producer, you design clothes, you like clothes, anything like that. This is just an opportunity for everybody to get connected and networking. And that's about it. Yeah.
Sounds good. One with One. How did the name come about, and why One with One?
One of One represents for us is just being unique. You're one of one person, and I like to stand by that, regardless of what path you choose in life. Yeah. Always to stay unique, because the world is ever changing, and if you change the trends and you change that, then you'll never be unique and you'll never live up to your full potential because you're living life based on other people's opinions.
Absolutely. I think the phrase is stand 10 toes down. Huh?
Yeah, stand 10 toes down, yeah.
Stand 10 toes down. What that mean for y'all who don't know, man, is just keeping your feet grounded, man, and stand true to who you are. I think that's important because, like you said, oftentimes as trends change, people change, and things like that. But if you're true to who you are, that speaks a lot of volumes, man. And so you got a solid team behind you, yeah?
Yeah. Got a pretty great, amazing team. I want to give them a shout out. Shout out Jay. Shout out Go. Shout out Curly. Shout out Jalen. And everybody for holding it down. Shout out my dad. Shout out Mr. Walker. And shout out the rest of the One of One Club. Holding it down back in Como. Yeah. And just shout out to everybody who's supporting the movement. We have an upcoming event. Shout out Alpha Gang. An international brand that we're partnering with and collabing, based in Ghana and Dubai. So we're still
international.
We're still trying to take over Missouri and create the wave, but we see the opportunity to expand internationally, and so that's something that we want to go ahead and take, and we're excited to work with them.
So y'all making noise not only here, people see y'all everywhere.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good in business, man. It's good to diversify, and that's important for a college student yourself. So this year you're a junior, right?
Yeah, junior.
Yeah. He's 3 years in, and you're making moves, man. Yeah. So that's important. So what are some of the reviews you've been getting on? You've been getting feedback, man. Yeah. What are some of the people feeling about what's going on?
A lot of people, they notice the change.
Yeah.
And that's something that is hard for people to do because change is scary, and change is hard. So whenever you introduce something new, it's you're going to have a pushback, and then you're going to kind of have everybody moving forward. And that's kind of what we had. We had a strong following up front. A lot of people, as long as following my friends as well, supported it, and that's kind of what we started. We started a small little wave that's turning into a tsunami.
Yeah.
And either you can get on now, or it's it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
And so that just starts with community outreach in the community. Back in Columbia, it's important as college students that we all stay unique and stay true. It's easy to kind of change how yourself and how everything is viewed based on what other people think.
Yeah.
So one of one, we just kind of keep it simple and keep it unique, and just that's how God made us.
Indeed. I mean, I'm proud of you, man. I've told you that on many times before, not just on the microphone, man. I'm super proud of you. I'm inspired by you, and just to see the growth that you're doing and things. I know our conversation we had some time ago. You was like, Dad, I'm just figuring it out. I said, man, just jump in the car and take a ride.
Yeah.
Just clear your head, jump in the car, take a ride, and trust me, you'll get the answer, man. Put your phone in the seat next to you, and you'll get that clarity what you need, man. And I believe that you did that. And if you didn't, whatever came to you like a ton of bricks. And I think progress is important, man. What we've noticed that oftentimes is sometimes it may be slow progress, sometimes it may be fast. But I think when it's ground root level and things like that, you start picking up traction, then you start kind of making the connection. You're like, okay, something's happening here.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened, man. You started the ground roots effort with zero.
Yeah.
How was that from zero, from nothing? Just an idea.
I mean, honestly, it just wouldn't have happened without the support.
Man.
I really want to give praise and shout out to BG and Ryan and the whole Silverball team, just kind of for supporting the movement. Because without the help of them, this never would have been a thing. And just trusting the process, that was one thing that I've been told multiple times, not only from coaches, mentors, adults. Anything that you do in life, you have to trust the process. And at the beginning, we had a few bumps in the road, but it was important. How do we adjust it back at that?
Yeah.
And we've definitely adjusted that. And Ryan always told me, trust the process. 10,000 people are trying to do the exact same thing that we're doing. But there's reasons why people fail, and if you learn from it and we continue to move forward, that's the only thing that matters.
So how important? That's good. How important is it to have a solid team behind you, man?
It's probably one of the most important things to have. Relationships in your life, regardless of who you have around you and the impact that you think that they have on you,
man,
it always affects you in some way.
Say
and
that.
whether that be a negative or a positive,
Bro.
you have to recognize that. And so whenever we're building the team up, we just started back with somebody that you trust, somebody that regardless of what it is, you can go to and you could talk to him or her. And that's what happened. It started with Jaron. We've been best friends for a while. We committed to the LU together. So it was a kind of a long time coming. We had talks about it, and now we just put everything together.
Manifestation.
Yep. And then we reached out. I had the great opportunity of meeting Curly and Ghost, both very talented artists in their own ways. So
indeed,
shout out to them. Late Nights album dropping soon for Ghost. And
Good deal.
so we all got our own visions.
Yeah.
And everything supports each other. And then we all come together for the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And
so not only are those guys artists, but most of y'all are creating clothing line and all kind of stuff. You got a clothing line coming out.
Yeah. This is the One of One Club hoodies. They haven't dropped yet. We're still working on that.
Yeah.
I also do personal design, custom stuff.
Good deal.
Bags, hoodies, jeans. That's kind of more my niche. We're trying to build One of One Club as a separate entity, as its own brand, but combine it with unique designs. It's not only going to be me designing it. It's going to be Caleb. It's going to be Jaron. It's going to be everybody that when we see a vision, we put it together and then we make things happen.
Indeed. Yeah. It sounds like you got some long-time friends that are working with this, but also some new friends that you kind of coming across that come together and making this vision possible.
Yeah.
That's important.
Establishing relationships and good relationships. And keeping it professional, regardless of what it is. If you're best friends with them, sometimes you have to make decisions that are not the best but are better for the team. So that's kind of what we're going by now. A lot of us have made sacrifices, and that's just important. You can't ever make progress if you don't make sacrifices.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where we're at right now.
Sounds like some short days and long nights.
Yeah, very, very. Them late nights.
Them late nights, man. Yeah. So that's the motif of a college student: late nights and long and short days. But oftentimes we do that on just kind of the whole the playing around tip.
Yeah.
But you guys ain't playing though.
No, we're not playing around, and that's something that we want everybody to know is like this isn't something that's going away.
Yeah.
It's just as we continue to get more backing and more following, it's just straightforward from there. That's kind of with stepping in the right way with like the collaboration next weekend for a private event. And just reaching out and expanding. One of One Club is for everybody. It's not something that you have to be a certain color, you can't be this. No, everybody's welcome.
Good deal.
And that's kind of what we want to stand on. You can't, if everybody's the same person, there's nothing unique.
Why is that important for y'all to just not be geared toward just the blacks or the white? Why is that important for you?
That's probably one of the biggest standing points we like to have because I'm mixed as well. So we like to incorporate everybody regardless of the color, their skin tone, and what they believe.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're all human.
Yeah.
And we're all learning. And this one thing that I like to put a focus point on is like we can't listen to other people like about how to live life because life is always changing.
Yeah. And it's different for everybody.
Yeah. Everybody has a different way of life.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own views.
Yeah.
And so you have to respect that.
100%.
And that's kind of what we like to go in on is just live your life, be your own person. You don't have to follow what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
Take risks.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yep.
So, what are some of the people that you have collaborated with, and some of the people that you look forward to, even some of the people that you want to collab with?
Within Columbia, I want to reach out to. Excuse me. I want to reach out to a lot of the fashion design students at Stevens, and the Mizzou students.
Okay.
Just there's a lot of talent that I didn't even realize with going to school at Mizzou, but there was a lot more talent than I expected. And it's crazy that I would have never even seen them or I never would have met them if One Club wouldn't have been there.
Absolutely.
And so
absolutely
we're working on a concert, hosting a concert within the next few months with some signed artists. As I said, Ghost does production, and 98 Scene is his brand, and so that's kind of we're all collaborating together to work for each other's brand. They help me a lot with professional videography, helping the events run smoothly, getting pictures, advertising, marketing, and the funny thing is like we haven't even got into this like the second phase of marketing. And we're selling out events. We've sold out the last 3 events.
This is the surface.
Yeah, this is the surface.
Yeah.
And we're continuing to move forward with it, and
yeah, awesome. So they just scratched the surface, y'all. Listen, he just scratched the surface. He is here in Como, Columbia, Missouri, MU. But listen, they getting people from Dubai. That's like, yo, man, listen, we want to work with y'all. People in Ghana.
Yeah.
So, man, y'all, listen, we see y'all over here, man. And not only do we see y'all, we want to rock with y'all, man. And it's cool that y'all opened that door. Was like, nah, we just over here. Y'all open that door, man, which really creates a camaraderie that's bigger than just y'all, man.
Yeah,
and that's the blessing behind it, because it is bigger than y'all, and y'all recognize that, and y'all not like, yeah, we don't want to mess with y'all. Like, yeah, listen, if we on the same wavelength, let's make it happen.
Yeah,
that's dope.
And we've been attracting a lot of like-minded people that have similar visions. And a lot of thing is, like, people need the platform to do it.
Yeah.
And there's so much talent, and it's just people are scared to take that step, or they might have to sacrifice something or stuff like that. But then, so now when we have a team that's everybody's committed to the vision.
Exactly.
Everybody wants it to be successful.
Exactly.
And that's just kind of where we are right now. One of One started probably about, I'd say, a month ago officially. We're almost at 300 followers, which is crazy for 1 month.
Crazy growth, yeah.
And we're just continuing to expand.
Sheesh.
And with reaching out to, I was actually reached out by Juice for the collaboration with Alpha Gang, and very professional way, and that's just like I want to advertise. Even though we're young and still on Instagram and still use social media, it's important to stay professional.
Yes.
Because right now everybody's watching.
Yes.
Like everybody's watching what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of focusing on the task at hand and trusting the process. And with expanding across the country, it's just we want to impact lives all over.
Yeah.
And I felt that with Alpha Gang. They're a brand for the people, and they promote change. And that's kind of what we're looking for as well, and helping other people.
Yeah.
And that's just with everything changing and a lot of people trying to find their place in life.
Yeah.
Like I was. This is like a safe place where you guys could come and express yourselves and not have to worry about the backlash.
Yeah. That's important, man, because it's really important, like you said, to be yourself. And now that's, I mean, everybody's got different walks of life and things like that. But now that it's important for somebody to be heard, man, especially right now. Obviously, you know, everybody know we've gone through the pandemic and COVID and stuff, and this putting a lot of stress on people. And so when I see your events, man, I look at it and I'm just like, wow. Yeah. You know, everybody's having a good time. Everybody's, you know, doing their thing, but it's like nobody's really, you know, stress is something, man. Stress is something. When you can go somewhere and just let your hair down, be yourself, and then have a good night. Don't get, you know, I ain't worried about getting shot up. Everybody worried about getting stabbed, getting killed, getting robbed, things like that. You have a good time and you go back home and you talk about the next day.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we have also been. Our parties are diverse. There's all types of people in there, and that's not the same with other areas in Colombia where you go and it's just all the same crowd all the time. And so when you come to like a one-of-one event, it's actually a one-of-one event. It's a one-of-one experience. Our last event, it felt like a celebration. It wasn't like, oh, this is just a party where everybody could come. No, it's a celebration because everybody's still going through life, and sometimes we need a break. I actually was talking to somebody today, and I was like, if you're always worried about getting ahead, you'll never be ahead.
Facts.
Like, I can't, like, blink, and I'm already almost a senior in college.
And so no doubt.
It's just those kind of points. You got to live in the moment, and if you don't live in the moment, then you'll forever be playing catch up.
I heard somebody say, man, if you don't look through the windshield, you're constantly looking in the rearview mirror. And if you look through the rearview mirror, then the rearview mirror, the image that you see is smaller because you're looking through the rearview mirror. You're not looking through the bigger scope of the windshield. You're not going forward. And you're bound to go to destruction because you're bound to hit something because you're not paying attention. You know, that stuck with me, man. That is super dope. I think that's important, man, that people gravitate, and you're a likable person. People gravitate towards you. You're not a shrewd person, not a rude person, man. People gravitate towards you. People like that about you, man. You know, you're stern, and you know what I'm saying, and you're not a pushover, but for the most part, man, you're a person that people like, I like Lyne't. It's pretty cool, man. And to have an approachable spirit, man, that's important because that can take your business a long way. Because if you sit there and you just jerk, like, nah, I don't want to. Folks don't want to mess with you, and you wouldn't have the team that you have because obviously they like you, so they work with you.
Yeah, we all work together, and communication's big. We like to establish, like, not only like when we're establishing our professional relationship, but we established a personal relationship.
Indeed.
Because then it just feels like you're doing work with your best friend.
With your best friend.
And that's kind of where we're at right now. We got a solid team. And we're just continuing to work together and move forward.
Yeah. That's dope, man. We got we're gonna go a couple more minutes. I know you got the jet and everything, but so future prospects for One with One and everything, man. What do you see in the next, I don't know, after college, man? What do you see 5 to 10?
After college, we want to kind of, personally, I'd like to stay in Colombia and continue to expand in Missouri. Missouri's not really known for a great nightlife experience, and that's
it's quiet, man.
Yeah, it's quiet. There's not much going on, and whenever something does go on, everybody and their mama's there, and so you can't really have a nice little relaxed event where you can hang out and meet your friends and have a networking opportunity. So we like to continue to push forward with the events, but also expand a fashion show. Right now we're working on a fashion show at Cantina, which is next to Silver Ball, just to continue to create an experience. I don't really know many college kids that put on a fashion show, and it's an open fashion show.
Yeah.
If you design, model, whatever, doesn't matter what size you are, color, whatever, anything, you're automatically able to do that.
So most of your events have been at Super Bowl.
Yes.
So for people who don't know what Super Bowl is, what is Super Bowl?
It's just like an arcade, restaurant, bar, venue. Definitely the nicest in Columbia. Most modern.
Would everybody agree with that? No.
everybody taken care of and doing their job. It's a fun environment. It feels different than all the other places when you go out. You could be yourself.
Yeah.
We had to work on the music situation, but that got changed, and everybody's starting to kind of see like, all right, Silver Ball's the spot.
Yeah.
And everybody we work with is nice.
Yeah.
They do their job. It feels like a family.
Good deal. And that's important, man. You know, oftentimes, especially when you know, as parents, when you send your kids off to school and things like that, you know, in the back of your mind, you wonder what, if they're going to be safe from their college experience, they're going to learn something, they're going to make friends, they're going to do this and this and this. But to see you've come and, literally not only made your way, but actually, it's funny because not only have you made your way, but you're actually almost taking other people and say, "Hey, man, let me show you something, man." You know, because it's it reminds me of the story about Christ in the footsteps and things like that. You know, when you're making those footsteps, you can tread in somebody else's footsteps, or you can get your feet dirty and you can make your own footsteps.
Do it. How you believe it should be done.
Yeah, how you believe. That's a big word.
It doesn't really matter what other people think or what other people do, because I mean, at the end of the day, you're the one that's doing it.
You go home to yourself.
Yep. And regardless of who tells you can't do anything, you know how many people have laughed at me and told me, "Hey, this isn't gonna work."
Yeah.
We've had bad relationships tarnished. Things have happened, but you just gotta continue to move forward and do what you think is right.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't the right choice, then you learn from that and you continue to move forward.
Absolutely. Pivot, do something else, or whatever the case. Do what works for you. Be unapologetically yourself. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you can lay your head down on your pillow and say, you know what, I did what I did because it was me, not because of what somebody else wanted to do. So we're gonna take a couple more minutes, man. Tell people how they can reach out to you if they want to support. Do you have like a support link or things like that? People can reach out to you, man.
You could either follow my personal Instagram _lay.00, or you could go straight to the source and follow the one of one page that we have. It's just 1.of.1_club, 1.of.1_club.
Don't worry, this has been recorded, so if you don't get it, you'll get it.
Yeah, and you could just go in, and if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. We have a strong team, so you don't have to reach out directly towards me. You can reach out to Jaren, Ghost, Curly, anybody part of the team. They'll be willing to help you. And that's it.
Yeah. Shouts out to the team, man. Jared, Ghost, and the whole nine, man. Everybody that Lyne't just said. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all for definitely being in my son's life, man, and making this college experience cool. But also, man, thank y'all for collaborating, man. Just stand up people. I think that's important because, man, they say birds of a feather flock together, man. If you got 7 friends that are broke, and then you're guaranteed to be the 8th, the broke one, the broke one. Yeah. But like-minded people, man, do like things, man, and I think that's important to know. Shouts out to everybody out there. Shouts out to Silver Ball for giving y'all the opportunity. Shouts out to Columbia, man, and MU. Shouts out to them for just giving y'all the space and the okay to be yourself. So definitely everything. Yeah, that's dope, man.
Yeah, I'll take one more time. Shout out my team, Jaren, Ghost, the whole Silver Ball team, Curly, Jalen, the last photographer that we had work with, Greg and Max. They also have been a part of this, so shout out their company, G Division. So we're all just working together to create change, and we hope everybody joins a part of it. And if you need help getting in contact with us, you know where to find us. So one of one is here.
One of one. Listen, that's been an interview with one and Street Therapy. I'm your man Chris. So thank y'all for tuning in again, Mr. Walker. We're gonna cut it here real quick. So thank y'all for tuning in again. Thank you for your sponsoring everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in to KUAW Radio, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom. Thank you, Mr. Walker, for being here on the ones and twos. As always, we appreciate you, man. Thank you, everybody, for been rocking us since day one. So yeah, look out for this young man here doing good things, man, and check him out. Yeah, yeah. And he'll be back again. Next thing you know, he'll be back and be like, dang, boy, what you wearing today? He's out wearing something that I made myself. So listen, man, like I always say, man, God bless y'all, man. Take care of yourself and take care of each other, man. We really appreciate y'all so much. Thank you once again. Peace.
Yes, sir.